Hi kawan, welcome to EDCReady. Today I have an unboxing of a Ruike knife. So Ruike knife, to my understanding, is a knife making arm of Phoenix Flashlights, and they are a knife company out of China, and they really focus on the real budget and pricing of knives. But at the end of the day, even though if it's budget end, they seem to be using pretty decent materials, and they seem to be having put in enough effort to have some pretty good fit and finish. So I have here that I bought for 150 ringgit at from Outdoor Gears Malaysia. We have a Ruike, just a quick showcasing on the packaging, folding knife series, some literature in the back here, barcode, some more barcodes, and then the branding itself. Right. So this knife, I believe, came out in 2018. In fact, this knife was very popular in 2018 among a lot of YouTubers. This knife won a lot of budget of the knife awards and accolades from other YouTube channels. And here it is. Taking it out right here. We have in this white packaging some more literature. We have a warranty card right here. We also have some information about the knife, and then we have a catalog of other Ruike knives that you can read up on their website anyway. Okay, and then here's their tagline. The tagline here is "Ready to make it." And I'm gonna take out the knife, and this is the satin finish P801. So thing about these really budget end Chinese knives is that the problem sometimes they're being so budget. They can have a decent design with decent materials, but sometimes their fit and finish or their quality control can kind of run off here and there. So taking a quick look around the outside here, everything seems to be fitted well. There is no gaps along this area here, no gaps along the back spacer. Pocket clip seems to be fine. We have here Torx bit screws. Now, from what I hear is that these Torx screws that they use here tend to be a little bit soft and a little bit shallow. Over here, they don't look, if it will focus. Alright, over here they don't look too shallow, but I'll find out when I do the disassembly later. Okay, and then you have the actual thing here, which I will remove. Let me take my other knife. Let me take my dragonfly here. Take that out. So everything on the outside is fine. Now, one thing I would have liked to see is some jimping right here on the flipper tab. Fortunately, this flipper tab, even though it's hooked forward, there is no jimping, and my camera is not focusing. Okay, I just want to apologize for this. This is a different camera than what I normally use. This is a compact camera. So if this is going to work, then it is fighting me a little bit. It's not focused. There we go. Come on. Focus. Anyway, you're gonna have to trust me on this. So this flipper tab right here, it doesn't have any jimping, although it is quite hooked, and this hook means that it's a lot easier to disengage to flip the knife, even though it might have a strong detent. Now, another thing is that the detent here, I've heard reviews and comments on Blade HQ and other websites, is that it can be 50-50 sometimes. Sometimes you might hear that it have a weaker detent, sometimes you hear that it has a stronger detent. At the end of the day, it really depends on what kind of detent you're used to. So to me, I'm used to a bit of a stronger detent. I hope that it's not going to be painfully strong like my QSP Deva, but here we go. Okay, so here we go, the first flipping action. Here we go. Ready. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, let's see on the drop shot action if it drops. Okay, a little fight there. Let's try that again. Detent is really good. It is strong, but it's not strong to the point that it kind of hurts your fingers like my QSP Deva. But it definitely fires very easily, very consistently. As you can see here, it is a frame lock. Now, with some frame locks, if you put your fingers on the frame lock, you're not going to be able to fire it. This one, you can have your fingers on the frame lock and it'll still fire, but if you really squeeze down on the frame lock, no, it still fires. Not bad, not bad. Drop shot action is a little bit hard. Let's see now. It looks like they've been using some form of grease there. You can see that little white patch there. I'm gonna have to clean it out and see if I can improve the action. All in all, it's alright. The weight on this guy is not too bad. It's not my lightest knives that I have here. I'll give a full review where I weigh everything, but at the same time, it is very small, and it's relatively light, but it doesn't feel light. It feels very dense because of the size. And one thing I need to point out is that just how thin this knife is compared to something like a Spyderco Dragonfly, which is an extremely thin knife. So this very much compares pretty well to it. I think this may be just like 0.2 millimeters off or something like that. I don't know. That's what I read online, but I just know that they're really close in terms of thickness. Okay, another thing that I want to point out is there is no skeletonization down here, so that probably leads to the denseness of this knife. There's no skeletonization. These are stainless steel handles and 14C28N, which to my understanding it's somewhere between 8CR13 MOV and VG10, which I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's all. I don't see any other problems. Let's check out centering. Centering is a little bit off. Alright, so that is one of those small quality control issues, but even though it's a little bit off, the scales aren't touching. I don't see the scales touching the knife at all. Alright, you can kind of see through all the scales right there. So I can live with that. For a cheap Chinese made knife that feels really good, flips really well. Construction, the one thing I really like about it is that I just realized is that every edge here is chamfered. Okay, so you don't really have any hot spots around the knife at all because everything is chamfered. Even up here, it's a little bit rounded at the top, so it's quite nice. The jimping, even though it provides good traction, the corners here are rounded off, or are chamfered or rounded off as well, so you don't get any of these sharp corners, but you get enough traction over here. But the knife at all feels alright. I think it just needs a bit of a disassembly just to make it better. Okay, so yeah, so do check out my disassembly video when it comes out, and watch out for the full review.